took my eyeball out. That was not good. That was not good.
Messing with my head again. You had your heart set on me, but these feels, they come and go, and they come so easily. Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget, but you're breaking down my walls again just to set me free.
Hey guys, what is up? What's going on? It's Ashley and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is a very exciting video because I'm going to be doing 3 looks, 1 palette featuring the brand new Maybelline Lemonade Craze shadow palette. I am so excited for this just because it's a really pretty palette for the summer. I'm going to show you guys how to get a very casual look, a look that you can wear day to day, and one that's a little bit more vamp for the nighttime. Hey. So if you guys are here for it, if you guys are excited, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notifications so that way you guys are notified anytime I upload a new video, which is 2 times a week every single week. And without further ado guys, let's go ahead and hop into the looks. I'm going to be filming another affordable drugstore look. I'm getting so much positive feedback from you guys in the comments. You guys are really engaging. You guys are letting me know that you want to see more affordable videos. So today I am going to be talking about a brand new drugstore eyeshadow palette from Maybelline. Now this is the Maybelline Lemonade Craze shadow palette. Now let me just say, when I saw that they were launching this, I was a little bit taken back just because this is completely different than anything Maybelline has ever come out with. It's super playful. It's fun. Normally when you see Maybelline products, you do see it like a classic black, but they added like the strip of yellow around the front of the packaging. This is what the palette looks like. It does come with 12 different eyeshadows. You get a mixture between shimmers and mattes, which I personally think is really important in any eyeshadow palette. Now looking at it, I do feel like you are going to be able to create several different looks, which in this video, I will be creating 3 looks using 1 palette. Oftentimes, I find us beauty creators on the internet, we get all of these new palettes, you guys go out and buy them, and then most times, we end up filming one-off videos, and then we never feature the palette again. So I do want to show you guys just how versatile this is, just in case you guys do want to snag it from Ulta. It is currently on sale at Ulta online, so I'll have it linked down below. So with that, we're just going to go ahead and jump into the very first look. So starting off with look number 1, I'm going to go in with some concealer to prime my eyelids. I'm going to use this. This is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. I'm just going to use the shade Light. I really like this because I feel like it's full coverage all over the eyelids. It's really going to mute out the lids and get rid of any discoloration or anything like that. I also like to use a little bit more of a lighter shade just so that way any eyeshadows I put on top of it really stand out and pop. So you want to put this all over the lid very evenly because that's going to give you a really awesome blend. Also, I'm growing out my eyebrows, so if you see any like stragglers, that is why. So I just like kind of put concealer over top of those hairs. Let's just pretend they're not there because I'm trying to grow my eyebrows out. You want to also make sure you put this eyeshadow primer right here in the very inner corner because we will be applying eyeshadow there later. And I'm just patting down this concealer just to ensure that it's evenly blended, just because I feel like it's going to give you a better application. Now that my eyes are nice and primed with concealer, I'm going to move on to shadows. Now I am going to skip setting my entire lid with a bone colored shadow or a translucent powder just because I do want to obtain the highest amount of pigment. If you guys haven't watched my how to make eyeshadows pop video, definitely check it out because I do go in a little bit more detail as to why I don't set down my lid when working with shadows that I really want to stand out and pop. I'm very familiar with Maybelline shadows. This right here is going to be the same formula and the same consistency as their City mini palettes. The very first shade I'm going to take in the palette is Lemonade Craze. You guys already knew I was going to go for this. It's a yellow in the palette, so I really want to put it all over my eyelids. I want to do more of a fresh look. So on a Sigma E25 brush, I'm just going to go ahead and pack it onto my eyelid. And right now, I feel like I could see the color, but it's not as vibrant as I want it. So I'm going to continue to build up the color until I get it to the intensity that I want. We'll just see how buildable these eyeshadows are, and it's building up really nice. I'm very, very surprised actually. It's a really pretty yellow. I will also say that I'm not experiencing any fallout with this yellow eyeshadow, which is really, really, really good. Now that I have that yellow shadow all over the lid, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is called Coral Punch, and it is exactly that. It's a really beautiful kind of like popsicle coral. Coral. I'm going to take this on an E25 by Sigma, and I'm going to place it right above the yellow. I do want the yellow to gradiate into this really beautiful coral color, so this is just pretty much going to act as a transition color. So I'm just taking this right around the edges, and it's buffing and blending out really nicely. It's a very faint punch of coral, so you do have to build it up to the intensity that you want. Right now, I'm just really taking my time with this really beautiful popsicle color. As you can see, I was able to build it up to a really, really nice intensity. I'm pretty surprised, and I'm going with a light hand. Oh my God, guys, looking at this, it reminds me of a makeup look I did way back when I was first starting in makeup. I did like this sunset eyeshadow look, and at the time, I used to work at Wendy's, and I literally wore this bright ass eyeshadow. Insert pic here. I wore this bright ass eyeshadow to work, and I was so proud. Like, don't get me wrong, it was beautiful, but that's the kind of vibe I'm getting right now.
Who the fuck wears makeup to work at Wendy's?
I did, okay? I wanted to express myself. It was a form of expression. I wanted people to know that I was happy. How about that? How about that? I'm thinking I want to add like a little bit more like oomph to the outer V. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of Ice Pop right here. I'm not going to add too much. I do just want to add a subtle hint of, you know, something extra in the outer V. So I'm going to use that same Sigma E25. Mind you, I've been using the same brush pretty much this whole time. I like switch between one other brush, which is just crazy, right? It's crazy. So I'm popping this right here towards the outer part, and I'm really just buffing it into the yellow a little bit, and then I'm going to focus the majority of the product right here in the socket. I really can't get over these hairs. If they're bothering you, just know that they're bothering me too. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm going to pick up a little bit of Lemon Craze on a Sigma flat definer brush, and I'm going to push this closest to the lash line. Now this is very faint in color, but this is kind of sort of going to be that transition from the yellow to that peach color, just like we did on the upper lid. We're going to kind of mimic the same thing on the very lower lash line, just like that. Once I have the yellow down, I'm going to go right back into Coral Punch, and I'm going to pop her right where the yellow is. So I pretty much packed this peach color as much as I possibly can on the lower lash line. As you can see, it is very faint in color. Like, it almost looks a little bit weird. So I'm going to introduce Ice Pop on that same flat definer brush, and I'm going to connect Ice Pop with this outer V color, and this is really going to just bring the look together a little bit more, and it's just going to connect with the outer V color that I put on my upper lid, and it's just gonna look like really pretty and summery. And if you want to go in and really just intensify this part right here, just swipe your brush back and forth to just blend the colors. For mascara, I'm going to use the Big Shot Colossal. This is in collaboration with Sheila, so it's in the shade, I want to say it's Baddest Black. And I'm going to coat my lashes so that way they are nice and black. If you guys didn't know, this is like my all-time favorite mascara. It's funny because I didn't even realize it, but Babito told me that I literally will use this mascara in every video because he'll link the products in the description. So if you guys really like the linking of products, shout out to Babito because that's what he does. But he's like, dude, use that mascara in every video. I love it a lot. I'm now going to move on to false lashes. I will be using some lashes from New Bounce 'Em. These are in the style Bella, and they are so gorgeous. While I wait for this lash to completely dry down, I'm going to take a little bit of Big Shot, and I'm going to pop it on my lower lashes. Now I'm just taking this nude liner from Rimmel, and I'm going to pop it in my waterline to brighten things up a little bit. Lastly, I'm going to go in with this shadow right here. This is called Main Squeeze, and I'm going to pop her in the very inner corner. This is really going to draw forth light. I like to apply this color wet just because it does give off a little bit more of a different effect. So I'm going to spray my brush with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, and like I said, it's going to give me more of like a foiled look. So I'm really going to pop her right in here. Oh, I love it. Oh my god, it's so pretty. If you guys like this look, let me know in the comments down below. And we are now going to move on to look number 2. Alright guys, so I'm back with look number 2. This is going to be the more daytime, the more wearable look. So I've already primed my eyelids with a little bit of the Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer by It Cosmetics. This one is in the shade Lite. I'm now going to go right back into the Maybelline New York Lemonade Craze eyeshadow palette. And the very first shade I'm going to take is this one right here. This one is called Berry Ice. It's a really pretty mauve purple color. And I am going to take that on a Sigma E25 blending brush. And I'm just going to go ahead and pack this in my crease. This is essentially going to be my transition color. I also want to note that I didn't set down the concealer before applying this color just because I do want the highest amount of pigmentation. So I'm just packing this color on, and it does have a harsh line right now, but I am going to buff and blend that out later just because these Maybelline shadows blend out very, very nicely. I'm not too concerned about the edges being super harsh. So you really just want to pack this color kind of like in a stamping motion. Now that I have that color placed, I'm just going to go in with a clean Morphe M433, and I'm going to go ahead and buff out the edges of that eyeshadow. Now that I have that color buffed and blended all out in the crease, the next shade I'm going to take is this light brown shadow right here. This one is called Sweet Tea. Fun fact, I hate sweet tea. It tastes disgusting. Anytime Vivito gets it, I'm just like if I accidentally drink his drink, I don't like it. Do you guys like sweet tea? Let me know. Comments down below. But I'm taking Sweet Tea on a Sigma E25. This is kind of like our starter shade too. I don't know if it's just me, but anytime I film these videos, I always feel like my eyeshadow looks really, really bad in the process, but at the end it like all comes together and I'm like, see, it didn't look as bad as you thought, you know? So that's kind of what I'm working with. I look nuts, like, whoa. I'm just going to take a Sigma E40 blending brush and I'm going to buff out these edges just so that way they're not as patchy and they look a little bit more even and smooth. Just like this. So I feel like at this point, the look is looking really, really pretty and really, really nice. Now that my lip color is down and in place, I'm gonna move on to liner. I'm not gonna do an intense cat eye wing. I'm just gonna create a thin line of liner on my lid and I'm gonna stop right here towards the outer edge. I'm not gonna wing it out. And the reason I'm doing that is because I really want the lashes to sit on top of the liner so that way they're a little bit more concealed. I just like this method better than not applying liner. So now that I have liner on, I'm going to go in with a little bit of mascara. I'm going to use the Maybelline Big Shot Colossal. And then I'm going to pop on falsies. I'm going to use these. These are the Eylure X and Lee lashes. These are in the style So Lush. I don't have them in the box because I threw away the piece that goes in the box. So you guys are just going to have to see them on my eyes, okay? Okay. Now that the rest of my face is done, I'm going to add a little bit of shadow on my lower lash line to kind of just connect everything and just bring the entire look together. So the first shade I'm going to use is Sweet Tea right here. This is going to be on a Sigma flat definer brush, and I'm going to run it alongside my lower lash line, connecting the upper shadow with the lower lash line. Like I said, this is essentially going to bring everything together, and you really don't need a lot of product at all. Once I have Sweet Tea all on my lower lash line, I'm gonna pick up a little bit of Old Fashioned right here on that same flat definer brush, and I'm gonna focus Old Fashioned towards the very outer portion of my lower lash line. I do wanna just deepen this up a little bit, and I'm only gonna take it about halfway. I'm gonna do the same thing as the last look. I'm gonna take a little bit of the Rimmel waterproof eyeliner in the shade Nude, and I'm gonna pop it in my inner waterline. Last but not least, I'm going to pick up the shade called Main Squeeze, which is a really pretty shimmery gold. I'm going to take it on a pencil brush, spray it with a little bit of Fix Plus, and I'm going to pop it in my very inner corner. This is really just going to draw forth light and just brighten up the inner corners a little bit more. And this, my friends, is look number 2. So now it's time to move on to the more like dramatic look, which I'm pretty excited about. The first shade I'm going to use in the palette is called Sweet Tea. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of this on a Sigma E25 blending brush. This is going to be my transition color. So I'm really going to pack it in my crease. Keep in mind, I did not set the concealer once again. So I'm just really pushing this in the crease, just like so. Once I have that color stamped how I want it, I'm going to take a clean Sigma E25 and I'm really just going to buff and blow out these edges right here. I'm now going to pick up this shade right here, which is called Ice Pop. It's this really beautiful kind of like pinky red. So I'm going to pick it up with a clean Sigma E25. And I'm really going to focus this color towards the outer portion of my crease. So I'm going to pop her right over here. I'm taking this color and I'm really stamping it on the outer portion of the lid. And I'm going to take it in my crease a little bit, but I'm not going to take it past the color we applied as our transition color. So the next shade I'm going to take is Sugar Coated. This color I have been eyeing ever since I got the palette. Do you see it? Like, it is such a gorgeous copper shade. Such a gorgeous copper shade. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna take my Anastasia number 18 brush and I'm gonna pack the shade right here in the very inner part of my lid. Do you guys see that? I did not even wet the eyeshadow. And the reason I didn't wet it is because the very inner corner still has that sticky concealer base and the eyeshadow is really sticking to it. You want a fire engine look? I'm gonna give you a fire engine look. The next shade I'm gonna take from the palette is Citrus, which is this shade right here. It's a shimmery color, but it has like a hint of like orangish to it. I'm thinking I'm gonna need to apply it wet to get the intensity that I want and the contrast of color. So I am gonna use that same Anastasia brush, the number 18. I sprayed it with a little bit of Fix Plus just so that way it was a little bit more foiled. And now I'm gonna go ahead and pat it on the very center of the lid, like so. Next thing you want to do is take the same brush you applied the Ice Pop color to, and you're going to buff Ice Pop into that citrus shade a little bit. Now, the struggle that I'm going to have right here, right now, is making this outer V really like pop and stand out and just give it a little bit more drama for more of a nighttime look. So let's think. Let's put our minds together. Now, in order to get the drama that I want out of this look, I am going to go in with a crayon eyeliner. This is a Maybelline Lasting Drama Gel Eyeliner. This one is in the shade Sleek Onyx. And what I really like about these gel crayons by Maybelline is that they are extremely creamy. As you can see, they give you enough playtime to really buff and blend them out. And I am going to go for more of a kind of blown out cat eye wing. So it's really important that the eyeliner I use really just gives you enough playtime to really buff and smoke it out. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tightline with this liner, and this is just going to ensure that everything is nice and black. And now I'm going to go ahead and take the liner and I'm going to run it closest to my lash line, like so. And I'm going to draw a line as if I was winging it out ever so slightly. So about that much. And I know it looks really, really weird, but I promise you it's all going to come together in the end. I'm going to take my Smudge E21 brush by Sigma, and I'm going to use this to really buff out this gel liner. And I am working in sections just because I find it to be a lot easier to really just smoke out product in sections. It just gives you more control over what you're doing. I'm going to take a pencil brush and I'm going to rub it on to the eyeliner just so that way the pencil brush is nice and coated with the black. And I'm going to continue to really just buff and smoke out this liner. Now, don't worry about this edge right here being super perfect because I am going to clean that up with a makeup wipe at the end. So once you're happy with how your smoked out wing is coming along, you want to take a makeup wipe. I'm just going to use one I've been using this entire time, and I'm going to sharpen up this edge right here. So the only sharp thing about this look is going to be the edge. So beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I went ahead and finished the rest of my face. I'm now going to work on the eyes and then we'll be done with look number 3. I'm going to first go in with a little bit of mascara. This is the Maybelline Big Shot Colossal in collaboration with Shayla, and I am going to coat my upper lashes very, very nicely. I'm just prepping them for false lashes. The false lashes I'm going to use today are these ones right here. These are by Kiss. These are in the style Garters. These are so pretty. They're super duper fluffy. They're full towards the very center, and then towards the outer parts they do get like shorter, which I like. They retail for like $5.99. You can pick them up over at Ulta. I'll have them linked down below, but I am going to take the dark eyelash adhesive by Kiss. This is also from the Lash Couture line, and I'm going to just simply coat the band, let it dry for maybe about 30 seconds up until the glue gets tacky, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and pop them on. While I wait for my lash glue to get tacky, I am gonna go in with this shade right here called Ice Pop on that flat definer brush by Sigma, and I'm going to run it on my very lower lash line and really just bring it together with the liner. I feel like this is just going to create a more dramatic look. And like I said, I am just bringing it super close to the liner. So this shade right here is a shade that I really want to kind of like blend and smoke out and pull it super far down. So I am going to build it up to the intensity that I want. Once I have it at that intensity, I'm going to go in with a pencil brush and really just smoke and buff out these edges. So that way it's nice, it's smoky, and everything I'm looking for. So now that I have that color blown out on my lower lash line, I'm going to go in with a eyeliner. This is the Maybelline Lasting Drama Liner in Sleek Onyx. And I'm going to close off the inner rim. In the other looks, I did use a nude pencil. But since this look is a little bit more dramatic, I do want to kind of close off the inner waterline. Taking a little bit of Big Shot, I'm going to coat my lower lashes. And just like that, you guys, this is look number 3.
Messing with my head again. You had your heart set on me, but these feels, they come and go, and they come so easily. Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget.
What did you guys think of the looks? Let me know. Did you guys like the more casual one, the day-to-day one, or the vampy night out one? I would definitely say I'm a little bit biased. I would pick the day-to-day look just because that's just what I gravitate towards. Call me plain Jane, call me what you want. That's just me. For all the newcomers, if you guys still have not subscribed to my channel, what are you doing? I would love it if you guys press that subscribe button and also turn on your post notifications so that way you guys are updated anytime I upload a new video, which you guys already know is 2 times a week, every single week. And with that, guys, I don't think I have anything else to say except I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I'll be sure to catch you guys all in the next one. Deuces.